in which the denominator, which is q of x, cannot be 0. So that is the definition of domain of the rational expression. So if I ask you, what is the domain of, say, f of x equal a over x minus 1, you say anything but 1. Right? So you set the denominator equal to 0, and then you solve for x. Once you have that, you say x cannot be equal to 1. And on the exam, I might ask you to write this in interval notation. My advice to you is, before you write this, unless you do it with your visualization in your head, I would suggest you draw the number line out. So when I draw my number line from negative infinity to positive infinity, I plug the 1 down here, 1 values here, and I say I cannot take the 1. So the interval that I'm taking is from negative infinity to 1, and then from 1 to infinity. Let's do the second one. I hope nobody doing this. So we cancel this, and then we cancel this, cancel this, and what they have is what? Don't write this down. 1 over negative 1, which is negative 1. That is wrong, very wrong. Especially in this level, I'm not expecting for you to do that. Okay, so don't do that. X squared plus 36, that's prime, right? We talk about that. That's prime because why is it prime? What rule? Yeah, sum of the sum of 2 squared, a squared plus b squared, that's prime. We talk about this. However, x squared minus 36 is not prime. It's a difference of 2 squared. So you can factor that. So let's factor this. So equal the top, rewrite it. Just leave it alone. The bottom, I can rewrite it as 2 binomial, which is anyone? Yeah, x minus 6, x plus 6. Oh, x plus 6, x minus 6 doesn't matter. The point here is that we cannot let the bottom equal 0, right? So what we do, we're going to set x minus 6 and x plus 6 equals 0. This implies what? If two factors, one of these, if two factor multiplied by 0 is by logic, one of them has to be 0, right? So either x minus 6 equals 0. So either x minus 6 equals 0 or x plus 6 equals 0 or both. So you solve for x, so either x equals 6 or x equals negative 6. And then what do you say? You say x cannot be 6, x cannot be negative 6. Because when you plug in plus minus 6, you're going to have a 0 in the denominator. And that'll be against the law. Can someone tell me what the interval notation? Again, if you doubt yourself, you draw it out. When you're in doubt, draw it out. And then I'm plugging back negative 6 and 6 here. So how many intervals do I see here? 3, right? 3. These numbers are called critical numbers. Oh, that's called later term. But when you're plugging down 2 numbers, you should have 3 intervals. I do not want these 2 numbers, but I want the numbers in between. So no, I don't want those, but I want the in between. So what's my interval here? What my interval should be here? Move this up a little bit because I don't have enough space. Can someone tell me what's my interval here? The value that I'm taking. So go from left to right, always go from left to right will be what? So start out with negative infinity, parenthesis. Good, parenthesis. Union. Yeah. I know that this is negative 6 and 6 in here, but because the parentheses imply what? Parentheses implies you're not including 6 or negative 6. You might get very close to it. You get like 5.9999 or negative 5.999, but you never really touch negative 6 and 6. Do you have any questions so far? Good. Okay. All right. Objective 2 is simplify a rational expression. So now you know what it is. Now we're gonna combine them and try to simplify them. The step here is first is completely factors if needed, and then cross out all the common factors. Why don't you guys try number 1 on your own? Can someone tell me the answer if you have it? Go ahead. Mm-hmm. You can have the same. Yeah. 15, 21. We took out the 3 factors. A to the 5th, a squared, a cube, and then b to the 4, b to the 5th in the bottom, so b to the bottom. Okay. All right, let's do more something like this. So that just that just warm up. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to factor this as much as possible. So let's take a look at the top. Is it factorable? Well, I don't know. Let's see. Can I find 2 numbers? The product is 9 and then the sum is 3. Is it possible? Product is 9, sum is 3. What are the numbers? The product is 9, either 1, 9 or 3, 3, right? But those 2 pairs are not going to add up to 3, so they param. What we're going to do is just rewrite it. It's nothing we can do about it. Bless you. It's pram. What about the bottom? You should be able to simplify the bottom or factor the bottom. Someone other than him. Don't let one person do all the work.
Or sorry, plus 3x.
Mhm.
And then plus.
Very good. Very good. So let me remind you, I have a cube plus b cube, or even minus, right, is equal to a binomial times a trinomial. So first, if you cover the power, so it's just a and b, right? I'm talking about the letter first. I'll worry about the sign later. And then for the trinomial, a times, for the first term, a times a is a squared. Last term is b times b, which is b squared. And then a times b together, which is ab. So, well, same, opposite, always positive. So for the minus case, same, opposite, always positive. So for this guy, you can rewrite it as x cubed plus 3, I'm sorry, minus 3 cubed. So a is x, b is 3. All you do is plug in. Can I simplify something? Yes, right there and right there. So 2 primes. So it's equal to 1 over x plus 3. Oh, minus 3. Just out of curiosity, what's the domain here? You should be pro by now. Just tell me the number you're not gonna take. 3, right? Anything but 3, right? X cannot be equal to 3. Try 2 on your own. I'll walk around, see how you do. What are the 2? Yeah, so x and x. If I was you, when I factor with 1 with the leading coefficient of 1, it's another easy case. The one that leading coefficient, not one that's the harder one. I would write the 2 pairs of parentheses first and then put down x and x. And then I'll move on from there. Don't think too hard. Don't think many things at once. Kind of tangle in your head. And then somebody say 3 and 2. I want negative products. So one of them has to carry the negative. And then positive sums of the bigger one is going to carry the positive. Minus. Very good. All right. The bottom. Is 4 terms. So what kind of factoring technique do I use? If you have 4 or more terms, what do I do? You group them, right? You group them. So I'm gonna group the first 2 and then the last 2. And then you factor. So what can I factor out on the first group? X squared, what's left? X plus 3, right? And I'm gonna factor out negative 4 for the second group. What's left is x minus x plus 3 again. You should have x plus 3 twice. And now you have a common factor again. You factor this out. So x plus 3 times x squared minus 4. And don't stop it right there. What x squared minus 4? How do I expand that? Yeah, thank you. X plus 3, we write that x plus 2, x minus 2. And now my favorite part, take out 0 pen and then start eliminating. I see that. Let me make it a little darker. That, cancel that. This one, cancel this one. Oh, by the way, when I cancel, I meant the divide, so 1 over 1, right? Over here is 1 and 1. So 2 times 1 times 1 is still 2. And x plus 2 times 1 times 1 is still x plus 2. What is the domain of this expression? Yeah, not 2. The reason I'm asking because on the exam, I'm gonna ask you what the domain, and I want you to be pro at it. At least tell me what you don't take, right? For the interval notation, you practice it on your own, okay? When you do your homework. But at least looking at it, you know what you know you're not taking. Do you have any question at this point? This is an easy one. Yes. X cannot be negative 2. All right. So that is simplified rational expression. Multiply rational expression. Now we multiply 2 of them and then we simplify. It's the same thing. It's just I'm giving you an extra fraction. That's all. Multiply. So set is the same, still the same. Completely factor out, cross out the common factor, and then we multiply. Same thing. I'll do the first one. So a plus 6. Nothing I can do. Rewrite it as a plus 6. What I might do is I put parentheses around it. That's all. The bottom. Someone else haven't talked yet. Yes. Good. Expand. Which is good. Yeah. A plus 4, a minus 4. Yeah. Just have it. I do the same. I will say a and I write out x. Someone else for the top. Yes, go ahead. What's left? What's left?
A minus 4.
Okay, thank you. Someone else, the last one. Thank you. And all you do is just simplify them, right? I see this with this. 1, 1. I see this. Oops, didn't mention this one with this one. So 1, 1 again. And last but not least, 3 and 3. 1. So my final answer is 1 over a plus 4. What is my domain? Yeah, not -4. See, you gotta be pro at this, right? When I ask about the domain, all you eyeballing is the denominator. Okay? You try number 2. I'll walk around, see how you do. Someone else factor the denominator for me. Someone I haven't taught yet. Yeah.
+3 -2.
Good. All right, the big one, the hard one. Well, I think we just did it, kind of. All right, the top. Mm-hmm. Yep. Very good. Mm-hmm. And now you simplify. All right, let's see. I see this one with this one, this and this. And that's it. Right, that's it. So rewrite m squared minus 3m plus 9 over m plus 1. By the way, when you factor the difference of 2q or difference of sum of 2q, the trinomial part always prime. Yeah, don't try to factor it. Okay? It's always prime. So what is the domain here? No, not -1. Thank you. Okay, before we go to dividing rational expression, let me entertain you a little bit. See, I can skip this. Can someone tell me how long is an average human attention span? Huh? 7 seconds. Oh, good guess. Anything else? Yes, human attention span versus goldfish. All right, let's see. The claim that humans have 8-second attention span and the goldfish have 9-second spans is based on BBC. Well, it's the reputable TV production. So anyway, it is true that our human attention span is getting shorter and shorter. But it's not your fault. The things that we deal with technology, right? So we kind of been taught to think fast. So it's not your fault that you've been less patient than people, older generation. It's just how you was raised. Right? All that technology around you. But that means you also smarter than them. Our generation is smarter than the generation before. All right, cool fact, huh? That's why when I teach the class, I always try to add in like little, side joke or give you a break at least, because at some point you're just gonna, black out on me. All right, back to math. Dividing, we did multiplying, now dividing rational expression. The only difference is all you have to do is what? It's pretty much the same. The only difference is just remember to flip. Am I recording? I'm recording, right? All stuff. Yeah, I'm recording. Okay. To flip the second fraction. So let's do this. Rewrite the first one as it is. Times a plus 7 over a plus 3. Do it first so you don't forget. Someone factor the first one for me. Yeah. Someone else for the bottom, the denominator. Hmm? Yeah, a minus 7, a plus 7. Thank you. And then the second fraction is nothing I can do. I'm just rewriting it with the parentheses, that's all. Let's see. This and this cancel. This and this cancel. So my final answer will be a minus 3 over a minus 7. What's the domain? Not 7. Yeah, not 7. All you do is just eyeball the denominator. Try this on your own, just a little bit. Maybe just try the first one. Maybe just try to factor that one first. It's hard. It's not easy. I recommend AC method. Anyone got the first one? Factor? It's tough, but it just, like I said, slow and steady will win the race, right? So AC method. Maybe I'll use blue. A y squared minus 14y minus 15. So I'm looking for two number. The product is, remember AC method, A times C. A is 8, C is negative 15, negative 120. So the product, two numbers multiply is negative 120, and then the sum is B, which is negative 14. Can someone tell me those two numbers? Yeah. Good, negative 20 and 6. And all you do is you split that. You use that negative 20 and 6 to split the negative 14, right? So 8y squared rewrite. Negative 14y now becomes minus 20y plus 6y minus 15. If you want to write 6y first and then negative 20y, that's fine too. Doesn't matter. And then you group them. First group, I can factor out a 4y. So what's left is 2y plus 5. Oh, sorry, minus 5. The second group, I can factor out a 3. So what's left is 2y minus 5 again. 2y minus 5 times 4y plus 3. Oh, let me flip first before I forget. So I'm just rewriting this. So 1 down, 3 more to go. Bless you. Okay, the second one, use dark green here, 6y squared minus 11y minus 10. Let's put a little bullet point there. So again, I'm looking for a product, which is A times C, which is 6 times negative 10, which is negative 60. And then the sum is negative 11. What are the two numbers? Use your calculator. Right, very good. Negative 15 and 4. I think that's the harder part. That's it. So 6y squared minus 15y plus 4y minus 10. Group factoring, factor out 3y. So I got 2y minus 5. Oh, really? Again? Factor out the 2y minus 5. So 2y minus 5 times 3y plus 2. I'm going to show you how to do guess and check for the last two. So if you, on the exam, I'm not going to make you what to do, okay? It's up to you to do AC method. I think I recommend it, especially for the one with the coefficients. Leading coefficient is not 1. I recommend AC method a lot. But for the advanced students, I'm still want to show you how to do guess and check. So let's do the first one. Of course, there's two pair of parentheses. Don't write anything down yet. If you do, write lightly so you can erase it because you're guessing. Might be wrong. So the first term, I need 3y squared. What are the two pairs? What are the pairs I can combine them to make a 3y squared? Oh, 1 and 3, that's all you have, right? So either 1y, 3y, 3y, 1y doesn't matter. So let's do 3y first, and then 1y. Together is make 3y squared. And then the last term, negative 6. Either 1, 6 or 2, 3. So I'm going to pick, because the number is relatively small here, I'm going to pick the values that closer, the number that closer in values. So instead of picking 1, 6, I'm going to pick 2, 3. By the way, where do I put the 2? Where do I put the 3? We talk about this. Yeah, yeah. You don't want to put the 3 because then you have a common factor. Right? So put the 2 with the 3. 2 here and 3 here. And then the sign is negative 6, so one of them must carry the negative. I don't know yet. I'm just gonna go ahead and do plus here and minus here. Just guess. So let's check. Now you don't have to check the first and last because you know it's already checked, right? So that's what the two numbers you pick to make it twice what it is. All you need to do is check the middle term using the inner product and the outer product. Foil, outer, 2y and then negative 9y is negative 7y. So we could check. Hypothetically, you don't have to erase this. Hypothetically, if someone else have a minus here and a plus here, and you see minus 2y, positive 9y, which is positive 7y, so you know that you have to switch the sign. Let's switch the sign. The first try, I just got lucky. I know I talk a lot, but when you guys actually do this, you can do it fast, very fast in your head. Last one. Yeah. All right. 4y squared. So either 1, 4 or 2, 2. You want to pick 2, 2 first? See what happened? Let's pick 2, 2 first. So 2y and then 2y. So that 4y squared. And then negative 9 is either 3, 3 or 1, 9. So let's do 3, 3 first. See what happened. And it's gonna be plus and minus because you have a negative here, right? So it doesn't matter where you put, really, they put the same. So let's check. Again, I only check the middle one. Now let me do it, the sign in black. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. 6y and then 6y again. That's 12y. It's not negative 9y, so that's wrong. Oh, I'm sorry. I should have put minus here. My bad. Anyway, it's 0, right? So that's not what we want. That's not what we want. Something wrong here. Let's do 9, 1. So let's do 1 here and 9 here. See what happened. 2y and negative 18y. Not 9y either. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna chain the 2y into a 4y and a y. So chain this into 4y and a y, and chain this back. Let's see. It's not gonna make it because it's 4 times negative 9, negative 36 is too large. So I'm gonna chain back to 3, 3. Like I said, guess and check. It's a lot of guessing. It's almost worked, I think. 3y and negative 12y, that's negative 9y. So yay, it's finally check. That's one of the downsides of the guess and check. Do you have any questions so far? Which one you like? Tell me which one you like, AC or guess and check? AC, yeah, AC. It's the pain in the butt when you cannot find them. I'll show you. I'll show you one when is the dilemma of doing guess and check. But if you are advanced students, it can be fast. So let's see. Cancel this and this. I got this and this. Look like it's all canceled. This and this. Yeah, it's all canceled. Good for you. Yay. It's paid off. 1. Can you believe it? All that. Do you have any question for this problem? So again, when you see these kind of factoring, the one that the leading coefficient is not 1, slow and steady. Do AC method. You get there eventually. Right? Just one step at a time. Don't multitask. Okay, so that is multiplying and dividing rational expression. Now we add in subtracting rational expression. What time we done the class? 47. Okay. Let's see how much I did in the other class. Let's see how much I need to match them so that I. Okay, I stopped it right there at +6. We'll do the same. Okay, so adding, subtracting rational expression with common denominator. This is the easier of the two. So for example, if I have A over C plus B over C, all you do is you add the top and you keep the denominator. It's true for the subtraction as well. So you guys try number 1. Tell me what you got. Something nice. Something nice. What you have? Anyone have the answer? What you got?
4 minus 5a.
Minus. Yeah. Maybe along the way you did the subtraction sign for both. Yeah. So let's see. I got 4 minus 2a plus 3a.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
added the 2 and 3 together.
Oh yeah, they're different. But thank you very much for. At least you got the result. Anyone else? What you have? Yeah. Good. Yeah. So here's 4 plus a And then a plus 4, which is the same thing as a plus 4 here. So for example, on your exam, if you do something like that, I'll probably subtract just 1 point from you. Yeah, because I know that you got it right. If you got the, and then say it's 3 points, so you got 2 out of 3. Is that fair? So I always do that. I don't double deck you. If you got the first thing wrong, I just kind of go along with your mistake. See what you do next. Right? Don't do it wrong, and then at the end you got the right answer. That just does not make any sense. I just assume that you doing some app in your phone, whatnot. But yeah, at least I call it consistent mistake. Right? All right, second one. I'll do it with you. I have 2x plus 4 minus. Tell me if this is right or wrong. Is it right or wrong? At least for the top. For the numerator. The way I wrote, I like that. Is it right or wrong? Because yeah, the negative is should be distributed into both, right? If you do like that, make sure you have a parenthesis. Okay. And then you distribute the negative, but yeah, I'll do one more step. So 2x plus 4 minus x minus 3. Over here. Combine like term. See, 2x minus 1x is x. 4 minus 3 is 1. Can someone factor the denominator for me? Yep, x plus 12 and x plus 1. Or x plus 1 plus 12 does the same thing. And then you can simplify, right? So equal 1 over x plus 12. Do you have any question at this part? This is easier of the two. Do you want to take a break and then, or do you want to take a break and then continue, or you want to finish it and then leave early? Huh? Leave early. Okay, leave early. Because two more. I had to match with them in the morning. In the morning, I take more time because they ask questions, the city students. So they ask more questions. You guys are quiet. So, okay, so adding, subtracting the rational expression with different denominators. So first, I recommend you completely factor it, simplify it if you can. If you're not, and it's nothing you can do. And then determine the LCD, least common denominator. And fill in the LCD for each fraction to get the common denominator. Okay. All right, so let's do this. So what is my LCD for the first one? That's it. Anyone else have a different? You can have the answer. but I'm glad you speak up. Anyone else? Remember, least LCD is what? It's something that divide both. It divide x and divide x minus 2. So what more? Yeah, x minus 2, right? X times x minus 2. Because don't write this down. You don't have to, because it's divide into x, and you don't have to write this down. If you want to, you can, but the LCD thing is also divide x minus 2. I keep saying plus x minus 2. Is that okay? Yeah. You want to pick something that is divisible at the same time. And both. Okay. Okay, so what do I do next? We're gonna fill in the LCDs for each fraction. So the first one missing x plus 2, right? So you're gonna multiply at the bottom with x, I'm sorry, x minus 2. If you multiply the denominator with x minus 2, you have to do the same thing to the numerator. That way you multiply by what? By 1, right? You don't change the expression. It's just manipulating things around. Plus the second fraction missing, yeah, x and x over x. So now all you do is just keep the numerator and then multiply across. So x minus 2 times 1 is still x minus 2 plus x squared. If I was you, I'll write this in descending order. Don't distribute the bottom, leave it like that. You may be able to simplify it. Maybe may not, we'll see. If it not, it's fine. Can someone factor the top for me? So the easy one. Expect you to be able to factor this by now. Okay, thank you. Oh, Sally is not fair. It's not simplified. It's okay. Leave it like that. On the exam, I never ask. I'm not gonna ask you to distribute the bottom when it comes to adding, subtracting, rational expression. Okay, I want it in factor form to see if we'd be able to factor. If you factor, leave it like that. You don't have to distribute. I like to see it in factor form. Last one. What the LCD for last one? Remember something that divisible denominators. Yeah, x plus 3, x plus 6. X plus 6. Time here, by the way. So the first fraction missing x plus 6. Second fraction missing plus 3. I forgot the equal sign. You should have the equal sign here. Okay, and now the denominator is x plus 3, x plus 6. Again, leave it in factor form. The top is, I'm going to distribute the 7, so 7x plus 42. Oh, plus what? 4x times x is 4x squared plus 12x. Combine like term, write it in descending order. So 4x squared plus 19x plus 42. Is the top factorable? All you do is, what do you do? All you do is, if you confuse, all you do is AC method over here. So can you find me two number? The product is, what is that? 160, 168. And then the sum is 19. Is it possible? I don't think so, because 168 is the even number. You can try your calculators, try a different variety, but you're not be able to find those two numbers. So prime, so nothing you can do. Can't find the two numbers. That mean prime. Right. So that means that thing prime. So you're done. Just box it. I'll post this on Moodle, even though it's not finished. I'll post it just in case you want to start on your homework early this weekend. And the video as well, of course.